What's your name?
Mark.
Mark, I'm Sam.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
Okay. So, you ever played an instrument?
Yeah. Yeah, I played an instrument.
All right, well, my expectations are through the roof now.
No, that's a good idea.
Because musicians, a musician is a musician is a musician.
Okay.
And what we're doing here is just musicianship 101, not necessarily drumming.
Okay.
We're just doing music through the conduit of banging on stuff.
I like it.
So, let's do what we were doing here. Come, hold this, and lift that into the back of your arm. Yeah. And now let's do the 2 strokes. So do a death grip with the fingers and just turn at the wrists. And now keep the wrist steady, but then open the hand and let that fall forward and lift there. 2 primary motions. Drumming is all about fingers and wrist. And then if we combine that, fingers and wrist, now we're cranked back for a super huge stroke. Wham!
Right.
Opening the hand and activating the wrist. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so do what I do. Oh yeah, and I'll show you this too, that where we hang onto the stick, find the spot where it bounces the most. Just have it rest on one finger only, so there's no other interruptions. Yeah, there you go. That's a good spot. So, because I wouldn't be able to do all this crazy stuff if I wasn't holding at the spot where it naturally wants to just fly like the wind.
Okay.
I'm utilizing the bounce. If I try to play all that stuff here, it's just garbage.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's a piezo disc. It's a contact microphone. If we opened up a microphone and dissected it, we would pull out one of those. And then, if you're a goofball like me, you can put double back tape to it and stick it on the end of these bars, and then we're in business. All right. Okay, all right.
Oh wait, arms apart, right?
Yes, arms apart, especially not hands together,
Right.
because then that puts us into it. This is a thing. This is called French grip. This is called German grip, and this is called American grip.
French grip is like this?
Yeah, exactly. So this is a French grip position, and this is mainly done with timpani playing.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Those big kettle drums.
Yep.
So that's the technique used for this, because we don't need to do all that stuff. We're just doing one hit at a time, basically with timpani playing. So we don't have to have this crazy high pressure technique.
Okay.
So German grip is 101, and ideally the hands are about a stick length apart, and this angle that we create is about a 90-degree angle. 0, 90, 180, and then about a stick length away from our plane surface. That's comfortable, as opposed to like back here or way up close, like little kids like to do. So, right about one stick length, and then and that usually creates about a 90-degree angle. That's, yeah, all of a sudden you look legit.
Okay. Legit is good.
Legit is good. Fan your other 3 fingers out for now, and just pinch there with your and this is a bad habit. The thumb coming off the stick. Hold out a finger to me. Your finger is a drumstick.
Okay.
Now my thumb is off the drumstick, and that's as hard as I'm grabbing. Right there. Feels like nothing. Now.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if I'm doing this,
You got no.
and I got no power.
Right.
I am completely disempowered to play anything substantial. So thumb on the stick, pinched between the first finger, as we say. Oh my gosh, I need to get some more sticky. And say, so fan these out for now, and just let that hinge at that one fulcrum. Yes. Do that with your left. Uh-huh. Now do this. And notice, howdy folks, take a load off. I brought these chairs just for you. You're not allowed to sit if you don't have a cowboy hat on, if you're a dude. So, that balance is how we're able to do all this crazy fancy stuff. And notice this, come do a cradle it with just an open circle there, and let it fall. And now notice when you lift it, the back of it touches this part of your hand here. And if there was nothing there, and if I try to lift, nothing happens up here. So there has to be something there. There has to be a cantilever for that to happen. So in that spot is the back of our hand. So when I'm doing a buzz roll, it looks like this. I'm activating that lift because I'm cantilevering it from back here. Howdy, come on, take a load off. You got a long day. Put your feet up. I guarantee you'll love it. Right there. Come on. Stay. Stick. Okay. Alright, I'm going to teach you. So that's a few basics on like the mechanics of the stick itself.
Okay.
And moving like this. Do a few strokes where you do a death grip on the fingers and you just do wrist. Now come here and throw that down because you pull back on the fingers. Do a little finger dribble. Yes. You missed your calling too. What are you doing in the world in lieu of not drumming?
In lieu of not drumming?
In lieu of drumming.
I do drum. I drum at the church actually.
Oh well.
But I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just filling in because we lost our drummer. So.
Okay. Well. All right.
Let me
give you the crash course. You don't need to read music for basic.
Yeah.
Although that would be useful. And not useful necessarily because you're putting yourself in a spot where you're reading music off of a music stand, but knowing the language of music helps you expand into the knowledge of what's possible.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so you're doing this. Okay, so not this.
Okay. Not this.
Yeah, not this.
Okay.
Our wrist bends more this way than it does this way. Plus, we need the back of the hand to be lifting, to be put down on the top of the back of the stick for that to go up. So, if you want to continue to look like an amateur, thumbs on top, thumbs on the side. And you can, and do this before each gig. And if a drummer sees you doing this, they'll be like, oh, that guy's legit. He knows what's up.
I need that drummer cred.
Yeah, so here, do this with me. And thumb on stick. It's exactly how it would be, except just further up. And you can practice. Okay, do this. Only wrist Without the fingers, just a death grip on the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 4 beats there. 2, 3, 4. And you can come as far back as where your funny bone is. Like the small kids, they'll hit that bone right there. So right there. Thumb on stick. So now just lift that in the back of your arm. And notice that this is impossible if my thumb is on top. Right. Now it's just going into outer space. So this reinforces German grip. So having the hand closed and just turn at the wrist for 4 beats. And then we're going to do 4 beats of just hand opens with the wrist staying stationary. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you really wanted to impress the drummers in the audience, you could be back there doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrists only.
Feels like a setup.
Fingers. Yeah. What feels like a setup?
Like I'm going to go to, and they're going to watch me and they're going to go, oh, that guy don't know what he's doing. I'm just kidding.
No. I could give you plenty of things to do that would make you look like a fool.
I'm sure. Okay.
Hands together, thumbs off the stick, finger down, pinkies out, moving like this. Okay, that's how to look like an idiot.
Okay.
Okay, so just don't do any of that and you'll be fine.
You got it.
But then what you can do is to do some of this, where you're isolating just the wrists and then isolating just the contribution of the fingers. And then you can do both, where you swing it out to like a 180. Yes. And to make you extra legit, keep that pinky in check.
Keep it here or out?
Keep it in the game,
Okay.
as opposed to being out for tea.
Okay.
This is amateur. This screams amateur.
Okay.
And I have these little things here because I noticed on the tape that I reviewed from last night that when I'm doing this stuff, my finger it just kind of floats. The clear and obvious rookie is like poking it out, like holding it out. Mine just kind of falls off out of the game. But then to be fair, my pinkies are really short relative to my other hands, so it just kind of goes out of the game, especially when I'm doing really big strokes. So I'm just putting here this as a reminder for myself today.
So you said thumbs on top of the stick or on the stick, right?
You want thumbs on the side.
Okay, so you grip it and then
As a and you want to be turning this way, and that results in thumbs on the side.
okay. All right.
You're not necessarily thinking thumbs on the side. You're thinking turn your wrist like this as opposed to like this.
Okay.
Because it bends. That's almost like a 180 right there. This is about a 70-degree angle.
Right.
Lame.
Yeah. Novice.
Yeah, very much a novice. So, okay. So now, and also this space here, open and close that space. You want that space closed off, not because of the space alone, but because if that space is closed off, that means your finger is wrapped all the way around.
Okay.
If this is open, notice you only have 2 sides of the circle enclosed.
Right.
You want that finger wrapped as far around as you can go,
Okay.
and your fingers are long enough to where you can actually touch. Mine don't quite reach around, but good enough because we want 360 control,
Okay.
not 180 control.
Okay.
So you can put coins in here, and if the coins hit the ground, the ground turns to lava, and we all die. So, and I actually have a little pouch of coins right here. In fact, I'm gonna bust those out, and we're gonna get monastic right now. Okay, 1, 2 quarters. Quarters for now. I'm being nice by not giving you the dimes, because the dimes are a little bit more finicky to hang on to. All right. Show me set position. Thumb on the stick. thumb on stick. And do this. Just crush this as hard as you can
Okay.
with all your fingers. Just crush. Now just relax. That's the drummer hand.
Okay.
Right? Whatever. Like, don't let me take this away from you. That's the drummer hand right there.
Okay.
Now all you gotta do is just relax slightly from that tension.
Okay.
Thumb on stick, close left space. Now do some double stops, which means both together. Pinky, pinky.
Oh, pinky. Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and your hands are separated. Yeah. And your stick is aligned with your arm.
All right. Okay.
It's not over here. It's there.
Gotcha.
And if I'm gonna keep that straight, then to do this, if I would put my hands together, now I'm all weird.
It's really hard to do that.
So, hence hands apart. Pinkies. Yeah, okay.
Pinky.
Okay, now with the coins in place, now do this. This plus coins, you'll be replacing that drummer. That drummer's gonna come back, and the congregation is gonna be like, no, we want Marc
That's right.
to be our drummer. And then that drummer's gonna be like, well, how did you get so good? And you'll be like, I went to the fair, and I met this guy named Sam, who teaches drum lessons in a Tascadero. And just in a matter of 20 minutes, he showed me what not to do and what to do. Just wrist, just fingers. Isolate those two motions, and then combine them. Swing that way out.
Oh, I still got the quarter.
So when you, don't drop that quarter.
Trying to get out though.
In fact, let's do the real torture. Put your thumb, drop all this nonsense. Put your thumb here. So what we're gonna do, we're looking at a future millionaire. I'm gonna hook this finger. Man, you got some big fingers, sir. Okay. Do you work construction or something? Are you a lineman?
Nice. Got construction for a long time.
Yeah, I can tell. You got those calluses. Now your pinky can't go anywhere.
Okay.
And now your thumb is locked into place. Okay, now this fin, as you stroke, have that fin be upright. If you went to a French grip position and you played like this, now that you're gonna feel that weight tugging off to the side. So give me a few strokes with that fin straight up. Yeah, instantly he looks legit. Just do a few strokes. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. This is the 1.0 and that's the 2.0.
Those are big things.
Yeah, these are a little bit too big. Okay. Try the 1.0.
Oh, try those.
Yeah. And you stick your thumb in there. And then your left thumb in that slot. And this is highly deliberate, oriented to this.
Okay.
Because if that thumb spot was on top, now I'm doing French grip, but I'm having to turn that in relation to this. Yeah, pinkies. And before your next gig, you can just get some electrical tape or whatever and just do this.
Keep them together, huh?
Just as because then once you drum with the tape enough, and you take it off, you'll start to feel it wrong. when it's off.
Oh, you'll know it's
Yeah, you'll be like, well, something's different. So it'll just sculpt your hand to keep it together.
So that's how my hand should be.
Yeah, definitely not together. And none of this. No kneel pert. No arms.
Okay.
Wrists, fingers only. Wrist fingers only. Wrist fingers only. Look at me drum. Look at my elbows. My elbow isn't moving. My shoulder definitely ain't moving. This is wrist. Watch. Focus on just my wrist. Look at my wrist moving. Now look at my fingers moving. When I do the bounce, I have to come off of this a little bit to have it be a pivot. If I have my fingers on there and I try to do the bounce, I'm just stopping it from bouncing so that we want that pivot point.
So you're letting the stick and the fulcrum do all the work. You're not.
I am letting the stick do all of the work.
You're not using knees to push it back up, right?
If I'm just doing big strokes, then that's a dribble thing. Dribble, 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 dribble. Yeah, now do that with the normal sticks and apply all of that knowledge.
It's a lot of knowledge to remember right there.
Chop, chop. For now, what you're going to do at the church gig, you're not going to be bouncing the sticks ever. So just work on, just do that. Work on dribbling. And you're throwing that stick down fast enough to where it just kicks back up on its own. The stick is doing all the work for you. Just do this. Choom, 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 choom. And that stick should that stick shouldn't even feel like it's in your hand. It should just it's just bouncing, and you're guiding it as minimally as possible.
I'm trying to keep my pinky in place though too, because it gets in the way sometimes. It feels like it's one.
For playing at the church, your pinky can be in the game the whole time. Your church gig, your fingers are never going to leave the stick. The sticks, the fingers only leave the stick if you're going to go bounce. What that looks like is here. The bouncing position, my fingers are off the stick. So what you can do, okay, here's your homework. Double stops, which means a double stop in the violin world is this. One string, two strings, both strings. Both strings is a double stop. So we're using that to mean two at a time. And remember where the fulcrum spot is, where it bounces the most. Yeah. You can even do an experiment. You can get like really scientific about it and like get a camera out and a timer and like where exactly is it? And then you can just put a little piece of tape there, or you can even just sculpt a little piece for you.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
It's comfortable. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
So now you're legit.
Okay.
You are no longer
Sam
illegitimate.
said so.
You are no longer just the guy filling in. You're the new drummer.
Thank you, Sam.
Take this.
Appreciate your knowledge.
Your homework assignment is to watch at least one video from the homepage. And if you want to see some drummers killing it, if you want to see legitimate drummers, the second to last page is called YouTube Rabbit Hole, where I have a museum curation of about 40 videos of the real deal drummers who are way better than me. The best drummers on the planet I have on that site.
Really?
Yeah.
Check it out, Sam.
Right on.
Thank you.
See you, Mark.
Have a good day. Good evening.
Well, who's up next?